to another couple that wants to work in business together?
Don't.
Hey guys, welcome to We're in the Biz Insider Podcast by Lev Media Marketing. I'm your host, Adib Akne. Today we have Sean and Raz Elbaz with Elbaz Construction, where they're going to be getting into letting us know about their business, about their personal life, how they got the two together, where they met, how many kids, trends that are going on with construction, and difficulties and success within their business. So, Raz and Sean, thank you guys so much for coming and joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
We are super excited to get to know about your business. I really want to start from the beginning, so we're just getting to know each other, and they're just getting to know us. So tell me, let's start with you.
All right.
Where are you from? Where did you grow up?
So
How old are you?
born and raised here in Florida.
Okay.
32 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Been here my whole life. Been in construction about 10 years.
Okay.
Always been fond of the idea of construction. And the more I was getting into it, I kind of learned that I needed to find my own niche and kind of generate my own path. I worked for a developer for many years, and with that, I learned a lot of different things, good and bad, and willing to share and
Amazing.
you guys enjoy it.
All right, and Raz, tell us about yourself. How old are you? Were you born and raised in Florida? Tell us where you're from.
Yeah, of course. So I came here 10 years ago, little girl, little 16 years old, with a big dream, with a big thoughts to do something bigger than me. And I developed myself in sales, and I learned everything from everything, basically. And then I got to meet Sean. We create something nice together. We fall in love. We actually have 3 babies, which is the business, my daughter, and
Another one on the way.
another one on the way. Our business is our baby. We start from nothing, and we create like something very unique, like a big empires for us.
Right.
So I'm excited to share everything with you.
So you started in sales, you had your construction background, so you had no background in construction. So you really came with the whole, I'm going to set up the business, and you came with the experience.
Pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
I've been working a little bit for somebody in construction industry in Corona.
Okay.
So I've been trying a little bit from everything in Corona because I had nothing to do.
Right.
So I started a little bit of construction, a little bit of this, a little bit of this. So I have a little bit background of that. But sales, I've been doing it for 10 years.
Yeah. So she's big on the sales part.
She's very nice. That's the best, right?
With that in mind,
You can have a great product, but if you don't know how
If
to
you don't know how to
sell
sell it, then it's useless. It's useless, and
Right.
it doesn't profit. But
Okay.
she took something that we call construction, and a lot of people don't. When you think construction, you don't think of what we do, right? And what we do is very different than your normal general contractor in Florida or anywhere around the world. And that's where she came in, and she brought the niche of home improvement.
Okay.
And with that, we created Elbaz Construction to cater to both your normal construction clientele and the ones that are looking for home improvement renovations.
So somebody who's looking for complete remodeling and somebody that's looking just to redo their bathroom.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, amazing.
Yeah.
And then I think we spoke before, and you told me that you guys also do commercial.
That's correct.
Yeah, we have a niche of permit expediting. Also, a lot of Sean can speak about it. More than that.
Yeah.
But basically, a lot of people from Miami, from all over, really have a hard time to pull permits. You know, and Sean really specializes on that aspect.
So the commercial aspect, a lot of it comes into play when businesses want to renovate. It's not only about the renovations they do, you also have to follow through with the permitting and then the licensing that comes after that, because you can't open your business without certain certificates, certain business tax receipts, and you can't get those without a contractor that knows what he's doing. So you could go and do all your renovations, finalize the permit, but if you don't follow through and get your certificate of use and certificate of occupancy, which most people aren't aware as business owners, they depend on the contractor to guide them in that direction. I've noticed that a lot of people have failed.
Especially in South Florida.
Correct.
Because you have a lot of crooks.
That's correct. And that's what we also try to steer away from.
We specialize in non-crooked.
And not being crooked, that's correct.
Okay,
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, well, so tell me, what roles do you guys play in the company? So when husband and wife work together, so I know like my husband and I, not that we can't work together, but I feel like we're two captains.
Correct.
So how do you guys have two captains on the same ship? How does it work?
I'm sure you know from experience, it's not easy, but it is doable.
Okay.
It's really about being dependent on the other captain and to know that no matter what, we're both doing what's right and what's best for the company. And we kind of just play our own role. So I come in to play, I have the qualified license,
Right.
the experience, so to speak, being on the job site, knowing what we need to do. And she comes in the back end and all the lead generation, the marketing, the sales aspect. That's all her. I don't get involved,
Right.
and likewise, she doesn't get involved too much in the construction.
I feel like
aspect.
you can't do it all in that business.
Yeah.
You definitely need somebody who's gonna push the sales so you can focus on
One side.
the science part.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. He's really good on the professional side.
Right.
I'm more good on the back office, everything that has to do with people, with selling, with managing people, with telling people what to do. So we actually complete each other.
Correct.
Because I didn't have a lot of knowledge of construction, but I had knowledge of sales. And he didn't have a lot of knowledge of sales, but he had a lot of knowledge of construction.
So you put the two pieces together.
Exactly. So once we opened the business, we actually found that each one of us will manage what he's good at,
Right.
and we're gonna keep.
Nobody steps on each other's feet.
Exactly.
Like you
We
won't
try
say,
not to.
hey.
We try, but
We try not to. It's never
sometimes
perfect.
sometimes
It's
it's
never
hard,
perfect.
especially when you're in a relationship. You're also a couple, and you bring it home, and
Right.
but we're doing great.
Yeah.
It's
We
not.
definitely
Yeah.
are. It's not easy, but we're doing great, and it's a
So,
challenge.
what advice would you give to another couple that wants to work in business together?
Don't. But if you do, and then you decide to do, make sure you're willing to put up with everything that it comes with. And it's not easy. It takes a lot of patience, a lot of patience, and understanding. Just like a relationship, the same thing as a business or business partner, because we're partners. We're partners in everything, in life, in business, when it comes to the house, the kids. So
you're
put all
very
that
hands-on
together.
as a dad, like you help as much as possible.
Yeah.
That's great.
A lot.
Yeah.
That's great.
Very.
Yeah, it's important. You
Very.
can't function otherwise.
No, yeah.
Listen, sometimes he doesn't have time to be during the week at home, but when he's come to be at the weekend, a weekend time, family together time, he's all into that. He's doing everything that he can that she doesn't gonna feel he's missing during the week.
Right.
And he is missing during the week because you have to work and managing a business is not easy.
Right.
And if he has to stay late, I have to go back home to be with the baby. So one of us has to give up more, but it all comes to the end.
And then you have another on the way. So.
Yeah, so you mix all that in as well.
Yeah.
It's a lot going on. But at the end of the day, it's like you said, it's each side giving up. So
it's
very
very
good
rewarding.
for everybody.
I feel like it's rewarding for you guys.
Definitely.
Like the fact that you're like, we made it through today.
Yeah, every day is definitely a challenge. But it's a good one. It's one of those that you wake up and we go to sleep together, wake up together, and it's always with a smile. Or at least most of the time.
Very, very, very important.
Good energy. It's always we have to keep between us.
Yeah. So tell me about a client comes to you guys, you generate the lead, for example, and they want to renovate their entire house. Give me like a quick from beginning to end. Like, how does the whole process work? Is it easy to want to renovate? Because I feel like when somebody wants to renovate their house, they're like, oh my God, I got to get a contractor. He's going to screw me over. I don't want to get into it. He's going to, give me a price. And then I have to go and ask another person and, get different estimates from different people. So give me a start to finish and what makes it so easy for people to choose you guys?
So, to be honest, you know how many contractors you have in Florida. It's almost...
I know.
unreal that
Everybody does real estate.
Everybody, even your
Everybody does
And
real
if you
estate.
think everyone does real estate, there's more contractors than there are realtors. So
yeah,
it's
you
a
can
matter.
knock on your neighbor. Maybe it's doing construction or real estate.
Right.
You know, everybody's doing it, so you have to be extraordinary. You have to be different,
And trustworthy. I think
Right.
that's one of the big things. But to answer your question, basically the call will come in,
Right.
usually comes in to her or to anyone in the office, and they start off, hey, I'd like to get a price, I want to renovate my whole house.
Okay.
There's a few questions that we ask to make sure, to see how serious or how far along they are. Because, you know, to want to renovate your house and to actually be serious about renovating your house is two different worlds.
Right.
And one of the first questions is, okay, do you have plans? Most people that want to renovate their house want to do it with permits, they want to do it legally.
Right.
So that's the first question.
They only do it legally.
Yes, correct.
right.
Do construction with permits, and we'll keep it at that. If for any reason the owner, you know, tells us, no, I don't need an architect, I just want to do this inside the house, no one will know.
Right.
We set up a meeting and we kind of try to understand what they want to do. Because anyone can say, I want to move a wall, but they don't know what's behind the wall, if it's structurally, or if it's a load-bearing wall or non-load-bearing wall. There's a lot of things that come into
And
play.
we're different in many aspects. So our speech is different.
Correct.
Our kind of body language, the way we treat the clients, the way we represent ourselves in social media, the way we talk, everything is very high end.
Mm-hmm.
We try to bring a message to our clients. We don't do small jobs. We're not handyman. This is not us. We try to let the customer know what he, on the end of the day,
What the expectations are.
yeah,
when
on the end
choosing
of the day, when he's choosing us, he's choosing a relationship for any kind of way. For even if it's 2 weeks job or half a year, it's a relationship. And if you don't feel secure, if you don't feel confidence with the person,
Or you don't trust them,
or you don't trust,
then it's not going to work.
it's not gonna work. And we also tell them there is many work that we say no to the customers.
Right.
Many times we say, listen, we cannot do that. Money is not working. It's not a factor for us.
So when a customer or when a potential client calls and they want to do a job with you, you kind of filter
Better.
between
Yeah.
who's
a lot of filter.
Yeah.
real
Yeah.
and who's not, who's
Correct.
ready to go, who's just searching, or they have an inspo and they want to maybe think about it or whatever. So let's say you finally get the job. Hi, I want to renovate both my bathrooms. How does it work?
Okay, so
Like,
basically...
how easy is it to go from A to Z?
A to Z. So we'd come out.
Okay.
Before that, we'd come out,
Right.
meet with the client, we'd go over what they want, what their needs are, what their wants are. And if all of it aligns budget-wise, everything works out, then from the minute we sign a contract, the following day we take them with us.
Mm-hmm.
So we go hand in hand with them to any of the departments, whether it's Home Depot, Floor and Decor, Lowe's, any of the home improvement
Okay.
departments. We help them pick out all the tile, all the shower fixtures, plumbing fixtures, the vanity, the toilet, the trim, all the way down to the toilet ball holder, things like that. So we're really very active, and we do that because it makes it a lot easier for us and for them.
Less questions and less complaints.
Correct.
Yeah.
And we like to do that as well because we make sure that they pick out what they want.
Right.
As far as finished material, we provide all the rough, the labor, the demolition, construction, everything you see behind the walls and under the tile. We provide that in our price, but we like to have them pick out all their finishes. I think that separates a lot of, thoughts on if they're gonna like it, if they're not gonna like it, what are they gonna think?
It gives them like a promo to
Correct.
what to
Yeah,
expect.
exactly.
Do you guys ever work with designers? Like, do you ever bring
Of
a designer
course.
out with you?
Yeah. of
So
course.
we normally have an in-house designer that does like 3D design and a few different things like that. But there's also clients that already come with a designer. Yeah. Some are better than others.
Right.
Not everyone's fun to work with, so to
Right.
speak. But we make it work in any way that we
Exactly.
can. Yeah.
And then you guys go in, you start doing the job.
Yeah, so basically what will happen is once we get all the finished materials, it takes about a day or two unless we special order, and we go right ahead and start doing the demolition. Within a day or two, we have all the demo done and the new walls or flooring or subflooring put in. And typically a standard 5x8 bathroom in a perfect world will take us 5 to 7 days max.
Wow. with the whole
Everything.
shower pan, the
Everything.
whole
The whole
enchilada. I got
Everything.
you.
It's a lot. No salad.
And if it's in a single family residence,
Yeah.
it could be done even faster.
Wow.
But yeah, I would typically say we give about a week
So you guys
for one marathon.
typically go according to schedule, so there's never delays and things like that.
I won't say never, but we're in construction
Right.
and we're in Miami. There's always delays, there's always
Always.
traffic, there's always
And
something.
how do
that
you
happens.
deal with problematic clients?
Wow. That's my lawyer.
Yeah. We have one on retainer for that, but listen, we're in customer service,
Right.
so our clients are basically the whole business in a
Right,
sense.
right.
But at the same time, we have to be very protective of ourselves, of our business, of our employees, of our values, our core values, and we try to keep the customer happy, but also make sure it's not overwhelming our people, our crew.
Yeah. Of course, customer service, it's priority, it's number one. We rather to make the customer happy than, fight for money.
Right.
It's not worth it.
Yeah.
On the end of the day, we want to have them satisfied from every kind of aspect.
Right.
We had
But there are clients that are never going to be happy.
Correct.
never,
Like,
no
it
matter
doesn't matter how
what.
perfect you do the tile or
And-
how
And that's
like everything
Yeah,
else,
and the
whatever.
key is
Yeah.
is knowing that right off the bat.
Right.
So we didn't obviously you learn as you go.
Right.
In the beginning, we did everything that we could to make sure the job came out perfect.
We
Sometimes you
lost
lose
money.
And you lose
Yeah,
money.
yeah,
Oh, we
yeah.
got out of pocket. We lost
Yeah,
money.
we
Yeah,
got- we
for
got
a very
out of
long
pocket.
time. we
Because
got out of pocket.
we wanted to build our name,
Right.
and once we reached to that level, we build our name, we had to kind of stop losing money because in that point,
Yeah, because we're a
we want-
business.
100%.
we're a
Yeah,
business,
to
every
make
kind of
money.
business.
Needs to make money.
Nobody's
out of it.
working pro bono.
Correct.
Exactly. So you break even a little bit until you reach the top, and then when you're on top, you
You
need
can start
to
being selfish.
exactly.
Yeah.
I would say
Not
even
selfish,
think
but,
about yourself.
Oh, you get to filter which jobs you want to take and which
Yeah.
ones not. Which you make
Exactly.
it worth your
If I
time.
have a customer that talks shit for my salesman on the first meeting, I would say, listen, sir,
Yeah,
we
not
cannot do
really.
business together.
Because there are people.
Yeah.
I don't care how
I've
much
seen,
money.
like,
Yeah,
I've
no.
seen homeowners that they sit all day
On
and
the
they
net,
watch
and
the
they watch,
job.
Oh my god! And there is a homeowner that says to my people, no, you and you do this, and I'm like, but this is not in the scope. This is not.
Yeah,
We
that's
signed
what-
yeah, we signed on this contract, but
Yeah.
you didn't put it on the contract. So why you tell my people to do this and this and this? They are not your, your
Your handyman. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
No,
And
they need to do that. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, sir, take your money back. We're done.
Yeah. Sometimes they'll get their money back. It all depends.
So
But
on a positive note,
yeah.
what's like the most, I would say, rewarding job you guys have had? Like, what's like the biggest makeover you guys have done that kind of like resonates in your mind that you never forget this job? Like, oh my god, I remember how we made this like.
All right.
I think
Happy.
Yeah.
one project that I would really
Yeah.
like.
I know exactly what you're talking about. So there was this project, commercial project actually, for a business that was going through a renovation. It was an active business for about 10 years, and they needed to renovate their interior. That means shutting down for business.
Right.
Now they went through
Why did
like
they need to renovate? They just wanted to like.
yeah, they wanted to renovate
to
the
improve
flooring,
or-
yeah,
okay,
improve,
okay.
just kind of modernize the whole
Right.
space. And the main part of the contract was 10 days.
Oh,
Had to
wow.
get done in 10 days. We could work 24 hours a day if we wanted to. And every day we were late was a $10,000 fine that we would have to pay them back. And
Listen, I saw on YouTube
yeah,
yesterday somebody built an entire house in 12 hours.
no, yeah. It's,
That's
yeah,
how you can.
it's
I don't know if
think
it's
it's about
No, no, no.
prefabricated.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but it was like I
prefabricated
don't
for
know.
sure.
So I was,
No, listen, nowadays, a lot of things are possible, but it's
now in China they bring you everything like they can.
ready.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
this actually took, it took a lot from the team,
Mhm.
a lot of sacrifice, and we needed to actually physically do the work. So it was
Wow.
all interior, it was a lot of tile work. It was about 2,800 square feet, and we had to remove all the existing tile and replace it with, the new tile they provided. And we worked around the clock, I call it 12 to 15 hours a day,
Wow.
Yeah.
and we got it done in 9 days.
But why would you take this job to begin with?
So, it's a good question.
Like,
Now that, yeah, they
no,
went through maybe
like,
10 people
yeah,
that were
because
like,
when
"There's no
somebody
way we
tells
can
you
do
if you're going to be late, it's $10,000
Exactly.
maybe. How much can you charge for a flooring job? I mean, it's only.
So yeah, we did charge a premium, obviously, because of that.
Right.
And we gave ourselves a cushion just in case we were a day late. That was like the max. I told the guys, if we're a day late, fine. But if we're more than that, I need to know way ahead of the
You're
time.
done.
Yeah, it's not gonna work. And I'm gonna cut it short halfway through the.
And a lot of contractors said no to this job.
Yeah.
You
Sure.
know,
Every
we had
single
like
one
9
they went
contractors before us.
What was it? A restaurant? What kind of business was it?
No, actually.
I won't ask the name.
No, yeah. Oddly enough, it was a nail salon. So but you'd be surprised that a nail salon that's been around for 10 years in the same location.
Well, they lose money.
You lose a lot
Yeah.
of money every day.
Correct.
And it's
And
huge
they're very
nail salon
active.
and right here,
Very
together.
active nail salon. So now we're talking pedicure stations. We're talking raised
Wow.
flooring, plumbing,
Plumbing.
all that had to be redone. And we managed to get it done in 9 days. It was probably the most rewarding project. Not because of the
Not because of the
intensified
profit,
or the
fact that
profit,
you were
yeah.
doing something that nobody else could.
Of
Correct.
course, we had a bigger project, new construction.
Yeah.
We have.
But this is
left and
something
right.
that nobody said yes to them and you did
and
and
we
you
were
did.
able to do
Exactly. But this
Yeah.
project was like, we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're different.
We did
Yeah.
this.
We did something that a lot of people couldn't do. You know.
And there was they were still at the end of the day, there was little things that they tried to pick us on that weren't even a part of the scope, but like we said earlier, you can't make everybody happy and you do the best you can.
But they were satisfied.
Yeah, definitely satisfied for sure. They were impressed.
Is there some sort of, not work ethic, because you guys say you stand up like with honesty and all that stuff, but are there certain techniques that you guys do that differs from your competition? Like, do you use specific machinery or do your employees work in a certain way that this is what makes you really stand out?
I wouldn't say machinery, no, because I think with the home improvement aspect or any interior renovations, basically the same thing. It's really more the management,
Okay.
and management all comes down to time. And if you time a job correctly and you project it the right way and everyone shows up each day and you even plan for people to not show up or for things to happen for all the unknowns that you don't know, that's really kind of what sets us apart. That and the fact that we don't need to come in and take 50% on a contract right off the bat.
So you guys take less?
Yeah. I mean, we don't take 50%, but we do need something to get started, and we make you feel comfortable working with us.
Have you ever gone to a job where, since you don't take so much deposit, that you got to the end of the job and they don't pay?
Of course. Are you kidding me? Of course. A lot of people here think that we work for free. You know, sometimes they call it out.
She woke up.
Yeah, there.
She got out of the chair.
Yeah.
She woke up.
Really get comfortable.
I see
We're going through a few of those.
No, listen.
No, I'm saying like I brought the tension out.
Yeah, like I'm ready.
Yeah, no, I get it. You don't work for free, but I feel
Yeah, a lot of people, like, let's say I had a lot of clients that called me, oh, I need an estimate. Okay, for what? Oh, I need an estimate for insurance. Okay, you need a writing estimate? Yeah, I need somebody that come up to give me a writing estimate because I need to send it to the insurance and they want to do that. Okay, this is not completely for free, you know, that's our time. And sometimes clients do not understand that.
They don't appreciate it.
They don't appreciate that we give estimate, but for written estimate, we have to write down an email, we have to send it, and the GC have to approve it. And this is his time and the owner
Not
time.
just that, his license costs him money.
Exactly, so we said we came to a point that not all the estimates for free, but we have to keep our ourselves sometimes.
Correct.
And people that do not want to, let's say, no, you guys been late and you did this and I don't want to pay the whole amount, I want to pay half. So we have to protect ourselves.
Right.
As much as we're nice, it's not nice not to make money and lose money on a customer that at the end of the day, we did everything that we can for you to be satisfied.
Can you share some sort of like misconceptions that homeowners have when they want to renovate? Like something that they have an idea in their mind, but this is not actually going to happen?
So a lot of people, I think, one of the main misconceptions are, you visualize wanting to renovate your bathroom and looking a certain type of way, and when you are trying to dictate or manage or micromanage the project, and it ends up turning out a totally different way, then there comes the misconception. You didn't hire us or any contractor to manage their people. The whole point for us to come in is to
we do our job.
We do our job. Exactly. The more you let us do our job, the better we are. I don't think anybody would like somebody breathing down their neck no matter what you do.
100%.
And I get it. We go into people's homes. It's their place to zen. It's their comfort zone. They're letting a stranger in, or what feels like a stranger in the beginning. And there's a lot of guys moving in and out, a lot of construction going on. It gets crazy, but I think homeowners need to be aware that as long as you trust your contractor from the very beginning, then if you take a step back and let them do it, everything will kind of work its way out.
So when somebody is coming to do a renovation project, what do you think or what would you recommend for someone who wants to renovate their house? Like, what's the first thing that they should be 100% with? Like, when they're coming, before they contact a contractor, like, what do you need to know? The design that you want, what is it that you recommend?
So if we're talking a full renovation, then I need to know if they have an Airbnb or a place to stay while we're in the house, because doing that while they're living in there is just...
Because I've seen some people that want to live in the house, right?
That's crazy.
No, we don't take any of those jobs.
We'll live upstairs when you do them downstairs.
No, we're not taking this risk.
Right.
It's just, that's one of the main things. The other one is, you can tell how serious somebody is by what they provide, information-wise or material-wise or anything. Even if they don't have an architect and they don't have the actual tile picked out, they know exactly what they want. They know how they want it, and they want a price for this, and they don't argue too much with you.
They don't shop around too much.
And they want a one-stop shop. And they don't want to deal with too many captains or chiefs, let's say. And that's another thing that we provide. So if somebody doesn't have an architect, you only have to deal with us. We have a lot of architects. A lot of architects we work with, engineers, designers. So we're a one-stop shop.
That really does set you apart from a lot.
Yeah.
Most people don't come with an architect. They can say, we'll recommend someone.
Yeah, and then call us back when we have plans ready in 4 to 6 weeks. So
that's great. That's awesome.
It's also, it works out to our benefit because we know exactly what the expectations are from the very beginning, because it's our architect in a sense. So we're always involved and we know what to expect, and
you're on top of everything and whatever paperwork.
Because an architect or designer can put everything, it looks great on paper, but if you can't build it, then it's a problem. And finding that out only after the demolition is a bigger problem, because then we have a delay and all these things.
Have you ever gone with people to a project like before they bought a property to ask you, like, is this something that we can build here?
So we get a lot of people that call that, hey, we're under contract, we need a quote, we're trying to negotiate a price.
It's spending time.
It's a waste of
time. Because sometimes,
But have any of those phone calls ever been fruitful? Like, you actually go and
some of the people actually bought the house and they want to.
Yeah, they call us back.
But we don't spend time because sometimes you never know. Sometimes the contract can fall. Sometimes that people didn't, took this house. So
we try not to spend our time too much after being in business for the last 5 years. So.
Correct. Yeah, we can be a little spoiled when it comes to.
I mean, I think that you have to be, especially in that industry, because there's so much.
There's plenty of work out there. It's just the right work, and that's what we're looking for. We're not in business to just take any job and just
like
to take.
You're not in anywhere.
Exactly. Well, he worked really hard for his license.
Yeah, and I protected our
Listen, I tried to get my GC license. I really did.
Really?
Yeah.
What? A lot of people try.
No, I didn't follow through because you need to work under someone's license for so many years, and I'm like,
you need a lot of people help you to sign on you and work for others.
Yeah, taking the exam is one part of it, and then you have to have the experience and the sign off.
The whole job, for sure.
Let's say it's not easy to get that license. So people that get that license build a successful.
Well, I don't know. I think maybe they bought it.
That too.
That too. You know how many people we got offering give me a license.
Qualify their business. Just sign off for me on this program.
There is
such a big
price.
liability for sure.
Yeah,
because you never know if someone's doing things that are
priceless.
Correct. Yeah, there's no dollar amount you can put on me signing off on a permit from them.
I agree. So what would you guys say are I would say, the trends right now. So most of the house that you're renovating, is it more contemporary? Is it more modern? Like, which way are people going? Like, most of the jobs that you guys have done, the designs have been primarily what?
The transformation.
No,
Miami,
exactly.
the Miami goes through, Corona changed everything here. So a lot of people from New York came here. So we had a lot of time that we saw that people trying to do New York and Miami.
Correct.
So they trying to do like a loft, like buy 2 condo and trying to do something, bigger and higher. Which the design aspect, New Yorkie style.
Yeah, a lot of brick in the house.
Really?
Yeah, we've had a lot of different clients that come with different styles, but a lot of people are gearing towards the more modern.
The more modern, like simplistic look.
Yeah. Larger floor tiles. We see a lot of people now like with the concrete finish flooring and then black and white, sort of countertop cabinets, marble slabs.
Home style.
Yeah, definitely.
That's so nice. That's amazing. I feel like definitely during COVID, everybody wanted to renovate their house. We were all stuck in the house.
And
I
then
hate my bathroom.
yeah.
I hate my bedroom.
Started to see
I
how
hate
bad
everybody,
So it was, we were pretty busy and pretty active.
And what's good in our
It's funny because like the one time that people can't get together, all of a sudden you have to start working more on renovations.
Yeah.
And I know we were building this building during COVID, and it was such a big deal.
Oh.
And the house that we live in during COVID, and it was
Yeah.
it was really hard. But
Can't imagine.
like my husband would go with like 10 masks to
Yeah.
make sure everybody was doing their job, and then he
And
would
wearing
leave.
masks, yeah.
Wow.
And a lot of contractors like weren't sending employees because
Of
people
course.
weren't working.
People didn't want to work.
That's
a lot of people
a lot
get
of
paid
them.
from the government, just sitting on
Crazy.
home
It
and.
was a crazy time, but we went through that.
Yeah.
And thank God it's very good and bad, things.
It's like
And
Where do
today,
Sorry.
it's okay. Today, everybody can do renovation because we also offer financing.
Oh,
so
do you?
Yeah.
Oh,
so a lot
that's
of people. Yeah. So a lot of people, middle range that they don't make, let's say 100, 120 a year, and they want to do a renovation of 50K and 40K, and it's a little bit hard for them. So you don't need to save paycheck to paycheck. They actually, if they have like a nice credit, 600 credit, we can run their financing. They can get a line of credit of up to 60K, and they can do that.
No interest.
Yeah,
for
wow.
24
No
months.
interest. No.
Yeah.
A lot of people are doing that, and
Wow.
and actually that's what
That's what you like.
that's
your-
what
that's what
we're
you're
different. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I
what
love that.
we are
Honestly, I've
different.
never heard that before.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
normally
Yeah.
you have financing for like energy efficient or PACE programs where it's like if you do your windows and doors or solar panels, anything that kind of conserves energy or improves the property in a sense to where you save a lot,
Right.
so they offer financing. But to offer financing to renovate a bathroom is unheard
It's very
of.
difficult for
And
sure.
yeah, and to be able to provide that is a big
wow.
big
That, I
win.
think that's a huge
Yeah, and it's
thing
just
for
so
sure.
nice to pay every month 200, 300, then one time 50K. So,
Yeah.
so and you have
Sure.
a brand new house.
For sure.
So it's perfect.
Listen, some people their house is actually valued properly, but
Yeah, they just can't. Some people think
their credit's not the
renovation.
best or whatever it is.
I need
Yeah.
to come up with 50K out of nowhere.
We
and-
always have an option
Yeah.
Right.
for everybody.
That's
That's-
awesome.
that's
Because I think
the-
everybody really thinks like, oh, if I'm gonna renovate, it needs to be in cash.
Yeah.
Like you
Oh
have to pay
yeah,
for it
no,
upfront.
no.
And like I think that's probably the biggest for me at least.
Problem.
Even when I want to renovate my house, I feel like that's what I would think of.
So that would be another misconception, actually, going
Yeah.
back to the previous.
Yeah, we
question.
always offer that for our clients too. For
Yeah.
example, oh, it's too expensive for me. Okay, you have these options. We
Yeah.
always give them another options
Yeah.
if it's too
Right.
hard for them.
Wow, I love it. Where do you guys see yourself in 10 years?
Retired.
Somewhere in the Caribbean.
Somewhere on the beach.
In Mexico somewhere, traveling on a yacht. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, with
Within
that
your
in mind,
business.
within our business, and kind of like the entire operation running on its own.
Yeah, we don't want to sell the business even though we got a lot of offer.
Yeah.
We can, we're managing. In few years, we reached to a level that I don't know if you imagine that we gonna be
No.
there. I tried to imagine that. I didn't know that we can be
Yeah.
there, and we reached to that level that we are a company that's worth millions of dollars, and we can actually take a break a little bit, but it's not gonna be what we want. We want to leave this business to our kids and their kids and their grandkids.
And it's something that we see for generations in a sense, and that's why we put our name on it.
So we're gonna keep the name, we're gonna keep everything that we're doing, but for sure, for 10 years, we're gonna take it a step back.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to be this much involved, and that's the goal.
That's the goal for everybody.
I mean, I have to be, essentially, because I have the license, right? So, but at the end of the day, you want to build a team to where you can depend on them, and you can kind of step back and
you can delegate jobs to them. Wow. Listen, you know what? When you talk to entrepreneurs today, I mean, they work nonstop. They're not looking to retire at any time. They want to keep going.
There's always.
I mean, there's a huge saying that says like, "I'll stop working when I die." You know what I mean? Like,
he's never gonna stop working. But he's gonna take a step back from working hard than to working smart.
Right.
He's gonna work much more smarter than he's work harder than today, because he's gonna have much more time for his family and for traveling and for other people can do his part, but he's gonna be the one that supervises. Jeff Bezos is not gonna all the time tell people what to do and how to do, and all the time with the fun.
I like the manifestation.
And that's the idea.
He's on the beach every day, paddleboard on his. He's not shipping out boxes.
No,
he's not doing
and
that.
he started like that in his garage selling books. So that's really,
the
that's
goal
the vision.
is to not working all the time hard, but of course to keep your mind working all the time.
Listen, I sold my college books on Amazon when they were doing books, so don't knock it.
And look,
Don't knock it.
No, never.
Now you can sell a kidney on Amazon.
Right.
Yeah, and there's someone selling it for cheaper too.
For sure. Amazing.
It's one of those things.
Well, thank you guys so much.
Oh,
Thank you for giving us a little bit. We have so many more questions and so much more information that we want to hear from you guys. But we can't give everybody everything in one episode. So stay tuned to hear about the success stories, about what more empowering moments they have to teach us from the construction industry, from sales, from business ownership, entrepreneurship, and all that, and how to keep your personal and business life flowing easily. Thank you guys. I'm your host, Adi Bakneen. This is Sean and Raz. See you guys soon.